Okay, so you completed a really successful induction year this year, and obviously you've done your teaching practices, etc., before in mainstream settings. So I know you found your practice very different in our school than you had done previously. So could you think back to how the experiences in your mainstream school affected your practice when you first came in, and maybe how you had to learn about different things when you started working with us?
Yeah, so I think working in a mainstream school and completing my PGC in those sort of schools, it really sort of just gave me the ability to work on my practice. However, I didn't have the ability to work with children who were non-verbal, who used different communication methods like PECs or a device even. The device was completely new to me when I started. And I've got 2 children in my class who use those to communicate everywhere, outside school, inside school, to everybody. So it was really important for me actually to work with in-school colleagues to help with these methods and to find an innovative way which I could use these within my practice. Because again, the school is so innovative in itself. We've got lots of things that are going on, and I just think that I have to fit with the children. So I needed to change my practice and figure out ways and strategies to use those devices within my teaching and within all the sessions.
So did you find that anything that you obviously transferred a lot of your practice from the mainstream settings?
Yes.
So you were able to use a lot of your knowledge and experience from your teaching practice then to come over to our school, and obviously work in that ALN setting. So how have you found the sort of the approaches that you've taken? Have you been able to use similar approaches, or have you had to be completely creative in how you've been structuring your environment or your planning?
Yeah, so I think I've worked with other teachers. I've gone around to observe them as well, and I think I've sort of brought over the foundation phase philosophy of like the carousel of activities from mainstream. However, the way that I've done it, I've had to research different strategies, research different forms of AFL to use with them, and then to put those within my practice then. It has been a challenge, but I think now I'm confident in using them. I'm confident in researching different methods to support the children, to be honest, but also inform my practice. So I think one of the approaches that I've researched and had training on was the trauma-informed schools approach, which was completely new to me. It was something that I had only dabbled in mainstream, which was one inset, but then by being here, I've been able to experience it on a 10-week course, which is a diploma, and then I've used those strategies within my practice then to support the mental health of the young people.
Yeah, and I think you found that really supported you during your induction year as well, because your induction year is very supportive of you trying out those new approaches.
Yes, definitely.
And encouraging you to be reflective on your practice. So have you had the opportunity to go and observe those sorts of practice across the school as well? So you've learned from your colleagues as well?
Yes, yeah. So we've got one of the members of staff, the health and wellbeing lead in the primary department, is actually the TIS supervisor. So I went to his class to see how he dealt with behaviour and to see how he sort of promoted positive mental health, because some of the children that we've got are really low and they've experienced a lot of trauma from the outside world around them. But the way that he was able to provide them with choices, provide them with breakout cards, which in mainstream you don't really see. It's very much a routine. You sit down, you do your English, you do your maths, but then by going to observe him then, I can see how flexible that we can be with the trauma, with the TIS approach really, and the pace and the wine. And that's really sort of helped me as a practitioner support the children within my care.
Yeah, and I know you're just coming to the end of your induction year now, but have you noticed an impact on the pupils' learning as you've developed those approaches in the class?
Yeah, definitely. So I think since I've fully embedded that practice within my classroom, and also I've sat down with staff and we've sort of looked at different videos and we've observed and we've had discussions, it's really, really changed my way of teaching, but also it's allowing me to sort of underpin what the children have been through and what we as teachers should expect of them. They can't learn without being happy. So that's my first point of protocol, is to make them happy, make them feel safe in the school and build relationships. And I think since that's become a consistent approach with me and my team, the difference in the children is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. It's been a whole change of mindset, hasn't it?
Yes,
for you, I suppose,
definitely.
in approaching that in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.